Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 property business habits that absolutely changed my life. Hi, my name is Tony Law from Your First 4 Houses, and my channel is all about helping you replace a job-based income with just a handful of investment properties. Now, I've been really looking forward to putting this video together for you because the truth is my business has evolved in all manner of different directions over the past decade as I've learned different sort of techniques and strategies and ideas and so on. So I've refined this right down to the 7 property business habits that have changed the direction of my businesses and therefore the direction of my life. And the first of these is the habit of getting into putting together a one-page action plan. Now, there are lots of variations of these out there if you go and Google them. I've kind of evolved my one so that it's a little bit different, I guess. But it's a single sheet of paper that replaces all of the to-do lists that you may have out there, replaces all of your short and your long-term goals. You simply have one sheet of paper that gives you all of the actions that you need to take. This one habit has massively increased the productivity and the success of the businesses that I have. You've got to put one of these together. The second habit is a habit that I had to kind of get out of, and that was to stop comparing myself to others. Have you heard of the phrase, comparison is the thief of joy? I have mentioned it before. It's a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. Honestly, it's an absolute killer. You're comparing yourself to others and you're feeling that you're coming up short. In fact, I did a whole video on this. You might want to check that out. Stop comparing yourself to others. The next habit is a little bit of an unusual one, is to learn to think for yourself. So what do I mean by that? Well, do you know what? We're bombarded with different bits of information, especially if you're on this journey where you're seeking to improve your situation financially or otherwise. You're kind of bombarded with different people telling you to do different things, some of which are really good, some far, far less so. You need to think for yourself. The only person that cares most about you is you. So make your own decisions and expect to learn from your mistakes. Obviously, minimize the mistakes as best you can, but you are going to make them. Just make sure that you learn from those mistakes. Be skeptical. Be a little bit pessimistic. I think that's all right. Goodness knows I've got that one nailed down. Don't believe the hype. The next habit is a massive one. You've got to stop procrastinating. I was so guilty of this, but I managed to get out of this habit by introducing new and more powerful, more positive habits. A Pomodoro timer, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, absolutely changed the productivity that I put into my property business. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. Put together a default diary. I've done an entire video on how to actually do this. This will absolutely stop you from procrastinating. The next one is to be very selective about who you take advice from. Do you know what? I've got the best parents in the world, or I had the best parents in the world. I've got some really good friends and family around me, but you know what? They aren't always the best people that you should be taking advice from. Even though they'll have your best interests at heart, they're not necessarily the right people. You need to be selective about the advice that you take, or rather be selective about from whom you're taking advice. And again, make your own decisions. Is this advice valuable to you? The next one is to invest in yourself. Education is key, but be really careful that you don't overspend on education. Ultimately, again, you need to be really selective. Start with free, start with cheap. Do you know how many good books there are out there on property investing, on putting together a small business? There are so many good books, and I guess books might be a little bit old-fashioned these days. So go for Audible. There's some fantastic stuff on there for almost free, as good as cheap anyway. There's really good YouTube videos out there, really good podcasts. In fact, you might want to check out my completely free mini course, because in there I'll teach you exactly how I put my business together. Lastly, start early. I don't mean early in the day. I mean start now. Start as soon as possible. Start at young an age as you possibly can. Don't be put off. You need to get cracking with this right now. Make a decision today to become financially successful, independently successful, because only you are in charge of your future. You need to start working on a plan this week. Start laying out the steps that you're going to take moving forwards to get that first investment property. If you've got investment property number 1 already, what are the next steps? You've got to crack on with this. Start now. Get going right now. Don't sit back. Don't waste time. Especially if you're young, because you kind of think to yourself, I've got ages for that. But you know what? Time, if you're at a younger age, is your biggest advantage. Don't waste it. And if I can help you in any way moving forwards, reach out to me. Please let me know. I put together a completely free property mini course for you that will teach you exactly how Liana and I built our property portfolio. Simply click on the link here or in the description box below to enroll, and I'll get lesson number 1 straight out to you.